Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into really important role in health and safety world, the hole watcher. It's one of those jobs that often goes unnoticed, but it plays a critical role in keeping workers safe in high-risk environments. In this video, we are doing a Q&A style interview where we will break down what a hole watcher actually does, the responsibilities involved, key safety practices, and what you need to know if you are considering this role. So, whether you are new to health and safety or looking to expand your knowledge, stick around. This is going to be a valuable one. Let's get started. Alright, let's jump into the first question. First question: what exactly is a confined space? A confined space is any area with limited access or egress, which may pose hazards such as oxygen deficiency, toxic or flammable gases, dust, or other dangerous substances. For examples, pipes, vessels, tanks, boilers, tubes, silos, trenches deeper than 4 feet, sludge pits, and ductwork. Under what circumstances can a confined space work permit be issued? A permit can be issued only if several safety conditions are met. The area is properly ventilated, gas readings are safe, barricades and warning signs are in place, a trained standby man or hole watcher is present with a lock sheet, lighting is sufficient, usually low voltage lighting, proper communication systems are in place, energy sources are locked and tagged out if necessary, and lifeline or retrieval system are ready. Who is a confined space attendant? A confined space attendant is trained to recognize hazards and respond effectively if something goes wrong. They maintain the entry log, communicate with entrants, monitor conditions, and ensure safety procedures are followed at all times. What hazards might you encounter in a confined space? Hazards can include oxygen deficiency or enrichment, toxic or flammable gases, chemical exposure, fire, falling materials, falls from height, electrocution, dust, extreme temperatures, moving equipment parts, and engulfment. What precautions are required before entering a confined space? Some key precautions include permit to work authorization, that is also called PTW authorization, confined space entry training, gas testing by an authorized tester, appointment of a hole watcher with an entry or exit log sheet, continuous communication with entrants, proper ventilation and illumination, safe access and egress, knowledge of emergency rescue procedures. Can you summarize the duties of a confined space attendant? The attendant is responsible for safety of entrants at all times, maintaining the entry log, continuous communication with entrants, monitoring environmental conditions, preventing unauthorized entry, initiating alarms and evacuations if necessary, coordinating rescue personnel in emergencies. What are some examples of confined spaces? Common examples include vaults, trenches, pipes, vessels, tanks, boilers, tubes, silos, sludge pits, and ductworks. Which tasks in confined spaces are particularly hazardous? Jobs like welding, grinding, chemical cleaning, gas cutting, or material erection are highly risky and require strict supervision. What should a hall watcher do if guest detectors alarm while workers are inside? Leave the space immediately. Notify your supervisor, identify the source, and ensure additional safety measures are in place before re entry. What if an entrant becomes incapacitated? Never enter the space yourself. Use two-way communication to call for help. Contact emergency services and only use retrieval system if a simple, safe vertical extraction is possible. Avoid moving the person if you suspect a head or neck injury. Are there any special considerations when chemicals are involved? Yes, chemicals can introduce additional hazards such as toxic gases or fire risk. They must be monitored carefully with supplemental ventilation and reviewed precautions. Supervisors must approve any chemical related confined space entry. Which classes of confined spaces exist? There are three main classes: permit spaces, C4 class; alternate entry spaces, C5 class; hazards eliminated spaces, C7 class. What does IDLH mean? IDLH stands for immediately dangerous to life or health. Any atmosphere posing immediate risk is IDLH. When is it unsafe to enter a permit required confined space? When oxygen levels are below 19.5% or above 23.5%, or when hazardous atmospheres, engulfment, or other dangerous conditions exist. Who can authorize entry into permit required confined space? Only trained and authorized personnel. No employee should enter without proper permits and supervision. And that wraps up Hall Watcher Q&A. As you can see, the role is critical in preventing accidents in confined spaces. From monitoring hazards to coordinating rescues, a hall watcher ensures everyone stays safe while work gets done. And that brings us to the end of today's Q&A. I hope you found this helpful, interesting, or at least gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed this kind of interview style video, let me know. I would love to do more like this. Feel free to drop your questions in the comments and I might include them in the next video. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.